Okay. Burke Floyd is asking, any thoughts on badges, historical record, Gov tokens for participating in each round of funding?
What's going on here?
Yes. Yeah, actually already in Fund 1, I promised. I promised. This is like the only, I really try to keep everything I promised to happen. And this is the one thing I never got to do, which is like, I promised Fund 1 badges for their participation, and I keep not doing it. Marek, I don't know if you're out there, but let's work on this. Let's start to give some people, like, first in their D-scale profiles, some kind of recognition about in which fund they got onboarded. Because it's true. And I think the next stage is maybe introducing some kind of, and that would be in the future, okay, like not right now, but there will be a point where we'll start to give people like special NFTs for participating. And I think over time we'll have some kind of, again, I can't really, that's like opening a whole new, going down a different rabbit hole, but we're going to have some kind of a reputation system in place. And I think a lot of this reputation system is going to be based on past contributions and past performances. Okay, so this is why we are now, although early, we're very diligent in archiving everything. So everything that's done, like all the voting and the, and who's participating and the community advisor assessments and who's the engagement, like all these things are tracked and archived. Okay, so we have no idea how, it's not like we don't have any idea, but we're sure that there might be a utility for them. So
let me know.
We are storing them and we are thinking about it.
By the way,
and it's going to be a powerful thing. And this is also something for all of you in the community that are doing things now, that you will get recognized for what you're doing, and you will get recognized for being early adopters and making that extra effort to use the system in its early stages.
Okay. I believe I'm gonna see it.
Innovatio Group is asking, will there be requirements to become CAs? I think we have noticed that there are many more than are actually present in Discord or even actually in assessing. In addition to the fact that these people have the power to decide which project is financed or not, we need CAs trained in the matter with an impartial and objective look. If not, I think it is a waste of money thrown in poorly evaluated proposals. All right, harsh criticism. So, well, there are requirements to become CAs. There's like a whole list of requirements that you have to agree with in order to be even eligible to start assessing. Then there is very specific guidelines and requirements that we defined of what makes a good assessment. And then there are a layer of veteran community advisors who actually look and to check that those who posted their review are adhere to these guidelines. So seems to me that like you're making an assumption that it's kind of like a free for all, but it's not. So I suggest you'll get a bit more educated about how this process is working. Maybe at one point become a CA yourself. Give it a try. We are continuing to. We are not perfect, and like as you know, like even companies like Amazon.
Oof.
are still struggling, okay, with how to do reviews correctly. This is they call this a wicked problem.
Yeah, it's not really
right. This is a wicked problem. This can be solved. It's not really clear. Like there's
gaming,
very complex trade-offs.
Gaming reviews is very different to gaming proposals, which are asking for thousands of dollars.
And I think we're doing a really good job, but we're still improving. And this is why we have the decision-making challenge, that we're providing funding for proposers who come in and suggest better ways for training and onboarding and providing tooling for community advisors. So I suspect starting from this fund, you will see a lot of initiatives. There are already a lot of initiatives coming from the community, but there will be even more. It's going to be amplified to iterate and improve this process. So I hope that somewhere in the next 6 to 8 months, this, it's going to even get better. Okay, Tommy is asking, are we supposed to provide feedback in Discord also, not only at this scale? Well, I mean, you're supposed to. Well, I don't know, the word supposed. I mean, we each find our own special place in Catalyst where we provide our, as much, spend our time well to provide value. Okay, so some people, it's like being proposers. Some people is like being an implementer and help proposers implement. Some people, it's being a community advisor. Some people, it's about providing feedback and helping improve the proposals in that way. So, you're not supposed to do anything, but you're supposed to find the thing that CAs, you edited it in live. I would say that the CA, you should mainly direct your feedback in ID scale and using the rationale mostly in the rationale box of the assessments, but also in ID scale in the comment section, just because this is what's like publicly displayed and easy for other people to view. Okay, so it helps with the community assess, for example, if the proposing team is being responsive, and actually listens to feedback or not. Okay, because they can go to that ID scale, the proposal page, and look at the activity there. So, but what's nice about Discord is that it's more conversational. You can have a real-time chat with the team. So if you really want to go into the weeds and have that type of situation, there might be better net value there on Discord. So, choose the right tool for the right kind of task. Victor is asking, what is the current criteria for VCA selection? If you have in previous funds provided valid assessments that made you eligible for a reward. So it doesn't mean you actually had to get the reward, but you were eligible for a reward, then you get the VCA status. Travis is asking, can we increase the number of characters limit for problem and solution and relevant experience? The example statement given in the proposal guide doesn't even fit under the 140 limit. Yeah. Okay, we need to change the example then and make it a bit shorter because I see it's upsetting. But why did we, first of all, why did we put this limit? So a few reasons. First of all, it's short because we have 330 proposals, right? And like people need to read through them. A reasonable voter needs to actually go and read and parse what's going on and be able decide based on this information if they are, if they're gonna double down and read more, or they're just gonna scroll, continue to scroll. Okay, so so this is a window into your proposal, and if we make it longer, we will have less people doing that process, and actually scoring and deciding, and they will just kind of give up or not even review the proposal. So there's like a trade-off. So it's harder for you, the proposer, to make really short and concise descriptions. But the more space we give you, the more kind of mind effort you're taking from the voters to actually be able to make meaningful decisions. And so that's the trade-off. Okay, so it's not that easy to decide to make it larger. The other thing is that it's a hurdle. It's hard. It's hard to do it. It requires
being
conciseness, clarity of thoughts. It requires to be able to say what you want in just a few words and make it understandable. And it can take hours of effort to get it right. And that's on purpose, because when we go because voting and tallying and reviewing proposals, serious business, lots of funding involved, and we want to make sure that the teams that are writing these proposals are actually clear and concise in their ability to articulate their solution and the problem and why they're a good fit. After this list, you have this like additional details field that's not limited, and you can go to town. You can just like write and write more about the problem, write more about the solution, write more about the experience. Go ahead, and you can link. You can add the hyperlinks to your GitHub page and to PDFs where you can, there's no limit, but those opening few paragraphs are, they need to serve the voting community. That's their purpose. So and also so far, when we're looking at, it's not our first fund. This is we're also FUND4. We're looking at it and we think people are doing okay. When people, hundreds of proposals before you manage to do it. We have a small percent of people who are not happy with it, and I understand, but it's working. So I'm not right now. I don't see any strong arguments why we should make it longer so far. But I agree with you that the fact that in our example we exceeded 140 characters is really annoying. I'm taking a note to change that. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, I think we're running out of. Okay, like Francisco. One more, like Francisco Aramburo is saying, is there a website to track the progress of already funded projects and their milestones?
This will be easy.
So this question is almost like a call to action. Like, let's do that. Let's have a website. We have the reports in Excel sheets, so we have the data. We are tracking and we are reporting, but we don't have a dedicated website. Sounds like an amazing community initiative. If someone wants to pick up that challenge and do something like this, our team will be happy to share the reports as a spreadsheet in a way that can be consumed as a CSV. So thanks for bringing it up, Francisco. I think it's really important that there is a transparency of tracking the progress.
Not another website, please.
Okay.
Only one place, LOL.
I think that's about it for today. Um, Thanks everybody for attending. Congratulations for us for graduating FUND4 innovation phase next week, FUND5. I hope you're all excited about that. $2 million fund. Let's continue to be awesome. Let's continue our beautiful trajectory onwards. Take care, everybody.
All right, cool. Cheers. Thank you, Dor. Yeah, I am still of the opinion that these things should have a much better structure. There should be an agenda up top that says, hey, for those of you who say I've been here since FUND2, we're going to talk about X, Y, Z, we'll start with that and get that out of the way. And then, folks from FUND3, like sort of break it down in a way that actually, respects people's time. Because right now it's like they're approaching every single, they're approaching communication for the entire, 1 hour, 2 hours that it lasts, as if they're speaking to the same people when they're not, right? So the people who been there since the very beginning, and it's arduous to have to go through things which you've been through a whole bunch of times before. I would make the argument that if you've been here a while back, like, that is painful, but if you're new, you actually have the time and the patience to listen through everything. So if you're listening into the stuff that is front loaded for folks who have been here before, and it's just sort of like, okay, this is happening, voting closed at this time, blah blah blah, CAs XYZ, just really concisely communicated information. To me, that makes a lot more sense than just kind of having it strewn all over the place, right? Because so as I was saying, so people have been here earlier. It makes sense to just kind of front load that stuff, and then people who are new can actually sit through all of that, and they'll actually gain a lot from experiencing the front loaded stuff, and then all the sort of noob, so to speak, stuff that happens much later after that. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching this quick and impromptu commentary / stream about the town hall. I might do something town hall related in terms of just trying to restructure and condense this information, right? Because it's really inefficiently communicated. I've felt this way for quite a while. Whether or not it's worth my time doing something, I'm not entirely sure right now. But anyway, thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you guys soon.